Hi Libra, it's Mary with Sayre, Seer. You probably noticed my table is falling apart, which I'm going to figure out something so it looks better. It'll probably be a couple weeks till I can slow down until things are slowed down enough for me to do that. Anyway, hope you're doing well. This is your weekly tarot for December 8th through the 15th, 2019. Blink, blink. Okay, so we're going to start with the Amante cards. I follow my inner guidance. This is going to be the basis of your reading for the week of the 8th through the 15th of December. Also, if you want to book a reading, I have a schedule on my website. Just go to the tarot tab and it gives you the prices and you can book one, and then you can... what I usually do is just contact you back and see if there any certain information you want, in the reading. So, also... if you want to donate, there's some links, Venmo and PayPal. So I appreciate you all for just clicking. Okay, so I follow my inner guidance. This is about connecting with your higher self. And it's about... there's times, that we pretty much know things, like when we're not being challenged. We're not being challenged. It's easy for us to see what's kind of the right way. But if somebody comes back from the past that confused us, or we have family that they're the ones that kind of trigger us, or they're the ones that make us feel guilty. Those are just examples, or we get lonely in something, and those are when we start to doubt what's the right decision. And so following your inner guidance, it's really about taking the time to consider, what is actually the best for you and connecting with that part of you. Now, there's some times when you automatically connect, but in a place where you would previously, like say history, say if somebody came back that was really good at pushing your buttons, like we said, our family members, then that puts us in that old place. So it is actually about calming down and having that balance to remember how we've been doing things lately from a more centered place. So anyway, let's see what happens with the reading and see if it kind of expands on this. So trying to decide just maybe the best way to do this. I think that I kind of like using the oracle cards because they focus on different areas besides the tormented relationships. Maybe you want to see that. I don't know. But sometimes I like to give you a little bit better news than not. So we're going to ask right now if we could please have information about this week and maybe the challenges that we might have this week. We're going to ask Spirit or our higher self what challenges we need to be looking at and maybe especially careful that we go in for the information. Okay? So, we have the Six of Pentacles as the first card, and that's about reciprocity. Equal give and take, of course. That's so funny. I have the Five of Wands reversed. And this is about getting away from conflict and chaos and competition. And then this one was already flipped over. I'm not sure if I flipped it over at the same time or not. But anyway, it's a Five of Pentacles. And this is about feeling shut out. Feeling like left out. Okay. And then we have the Six of Cups. And this is reversed. And this is about, it's about our past, basically. And when it's upright, it's about those fond memories. But when it's reversed, it may be about stuff in our past that we really don't want to look at, or something that might be painful when we look at it. Also can be somebody coming back. And that would make sense, because that would push some buttons, right? Kind of catch you off balance. Now we have the World reversed. And so this is about... no, it's always about completing a cycle, right? Because it's about the journey, and each cycle as a major life lesson. But this is about it not some kind of lesson, maybe not completely finishing the way with the lesson incorporated. Okay? And then we have Justice reversed, and this is a Libra card. And that is interesting because then we don't have balance or justice here. Maybe we feel like we haven't received justice. And that would be something that that would trigger our old responses, right? So sorry. All right, so I'm just going to ask for a couple cards on for the Six of Pentacles to get just some our focus there. Maybe because that's about equal give and take. It could be at work. It could be in family matters. It could be business, work, kind of the same thing. And it also is very big in relationships, you know. Those tangible things. Could even be in so sorry, any kind of friendship. So, okay. So Knight of Wands. So this is, you know, it's about passion, moving forward with passion. And then Ace of Swords. This is about, well, the swords are about clarity and thoughts, information, and truth a lot of times. And Ace of Swords comes up when maybe we should consider cutting certain things out. But this looks like it's more about the truth. See, so we have the reciprocity, and then we have the Knight of Wands moving forward. So even when in our passionate pursuits, we would like to have the equality, you know. Maybe that's about dating. Maybe it's about anything you're passionate about. But I think clarity needs to be, and that's really great, because if we go in with clarity, okay, what do we expect from this? What do we, and you know, it's not like, I think if we can go in with a little knowledge and some foresight, that might be better than just kind of saying, oh, well, and whatever happens, happens, and it may not be a good thing. I mean, I think it might be a little bit of front-loading some stuff in the, like in the beginning of what you're willing to put up with, what you're willing to, you know, I want to see the truth. I want to have equal give and take, even in my passionate pursuits. You know what I mean? You know, I'm not, what am I willing to give away for passion? That kind of thing, okay? So now let's talk about this chaos, kind of getting away from chaotic situations, competition, and just people in your head, kind of telling you what to do and all their opinions and that kind of thing. Then I have the Moon here. These cards look really good on the camera. Some of them don't look so good, but these always do. So the Moon card is about secrets. It's about hidden truths. So don't want to be arguing about people not being honest, or people hiding things, or things that are done in the dark. And then we have the Lovers reverse, and that makes sense, right? That makes sense because, I don't know, I think that maybe that's when people do things in relationships that may not be the, you know, maybe they're not making the best choice in love. If they're not being, okay, this is what I got. You can let me know what you think. People that are running from a relationship, running from the chaos of a relationship. Maybe they're splitting up with somebody and they don't want to, I don't know, have you heard that term? That the way to get over somebody is to get laid by somebody else. I know, a lot of people say that, but do you know what you're getting into? If you don't even know that person, right? I'm not saying I'm like this angel, okay? And I don't have a past. I'm not saying that, and I'm not judging in any way. But do we know what we're getting? Because maybe that's not the best choice in love if we're we're triggered in that way. See, it's about following your inner guidance, and I'm not sure that when we do those kind of things, it's following our inner guidance. And I don't know why this is coming up for you, Libra. Honestly, I don't. So, and it could be you are in the opposite party, or maybe somebody you know that needs this advice, because it could be like the moon, it could be the sun sign, moon sign, ascendant sign, Mars or Venus, you know how that goes. Anyway, so this kind of speaks to me as maybe we should just be a little bit more careful. Okay, Five of Pentacles is about, this is about being shut out. And that kind of makes sense, because then we end up in the situations where, 5 years down the road, you go, I don't even know this person. And maybe this wasn't the best decision. I'm just speaking for me, honestly. Anyway, but feeling shut out, like you don't even, and you experience financial loss sometimes. If you guys live together or you had things together, I know, and it's transition. Transitions happen, and there are lessons, and those are important. But at some point, it's kind of like everybody's looking at this. What do I need to do? Maybe change in my life to have a little bit more balance, have a little bit more control about what's going on. Not to be shut out and have financial loss. Ace of Wands. Well, this is about inspiration. This is about a new way, a new start, new opportunity. Passion. Passion is great. Passion is amazing. I mean, birth of a child, creation of a child. Passion is just, it's how we all get started, right? It's a spark of life. It's so important. Please tell us more here. It's also a rebirth, okay? It's a rebirth to do things a new way and create a new legacy. This is the Ten of Pentacles. A new legacy where we're not experiencing loss after loss after loss. You see? There's something about maybe the way we've been doing things that maybe we could do differently. Maybe be more honest up front. So everybody kind of knew where everybody was coming from. And if it seemed like there was something not quite right, then maybe we should make a decision before we go any further on that. But look for the red flags. So Six of Cups reverse. So reminiscing about the past. Memories. So it could be like, I have a hard time leaving things in the past. I have a hard time with certain people from my past. Interesting. Maybe there's something from your past. It's like a memory that's kind of has you chained. Maybe that's something that needs to be looked at. You know what's weird about that sometimes? Sometimes we don't even know what's there, and then one day we go, hey, that's what that meant the whole time? Isn't that weird? Okay, so let's get more information about the Six of Cups, please. Well, it's Six of Swords, so this is moving away from it. So a couple of things. This almost feels like it's running away from it. Running away from whatever this is. Okay? Let's get another card. Let's see if that is indeed what. Nine of Cups. Okay, so if we're leaving the past to go for what we want. And that could be okay. Nine of Cups. The only thing, it's a wish card. You probably know that. Nine of Cups is about the wish. But it's also about a lot of cups. And that kind of reminds me of overindulgence while we're having a good time. Okay. It's always this little warning thing. The wish card. We get one more there. The High Priestess. So this is about, that kind of sacred knowledge. This is about kind of like tapping into your inner guidance, right? Following your connection to the divine, the connection to your intuition, all that kind of stuff. So that's really good to see right here. To have the High Priestess right here, because that's going to help. If you find that you're still hanging on to the memories that you're trying to leave behind, moving to a new place, then to get your wish, then it is a good time to tap into your intuition, your higher self, and ask what needs to be done here. What do I need to do? What do I need to do to resolve this? What should I know? How can I, And there's this gentle thing. It's always this gentle asking request that I think for me brings the information. It's like it's just there. It's really interesting. If I really try to, what am I, it just doesn't work. It's just like the resistance keeps it from coming is what I'm trying to say. Or frustration, Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the World card now. Let's talk about, what is it that we feel is not finished? What is it that maybe is keeping us in circles? Or what is it that we need to do better to get to the end of this cycle? Which is the same question, right? Ten of Cups reversed. So when the Ten of Cups is reversed, it's about, not having a happy family. It's about it's interesting. Okay. It's about that home life, something that was unhappy. It is kind of going back and figuring out what those triggers were that are somehow running us. Somehow, I don't know if it's a chip on our shoulders or is something that makes us react, that still kind of has us. Okay, so it would be looking at that, whatever we feel like comes back from the past. So what I would suggest is looking for the triggers. Something that makes you uncomfortable or something that gets you. That's when you know to look at that. And that is, this is temperance. So this is understanding how those feelings make us upset and kind of working through the emotional side of that. And that's that balance, right? That's a healing. So we can be in balance again. And because the triggers, the things that make us mad like that or flip us are always the part. That's what we need to work on. Okay, so let's look at the Justice card. What feels like it was an injustice? And really that makes sense, because if something in our past seemed like it was an injustice, then anybody would be triggered with it unless they had really worked through it, Makes a lot of sense. So the Queen of Cups reversed. Now this is somebody that, she's not loving. She's kind of manipulating. She could be a water sign. Doesn't have to be. You know how we say about that. So feminine energy. It could be a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. But a lot of people have water in their charts and stuff. But this person is emotionally manipulative. Very powerful with emotions. But very has this kind of... He likes to have... very jealous, and kind of likes to be the victim, okay, and manipulates through having people feel sorry for her. It could be a man too. It's just a feminine. It's just coming through as a feminine energy. Okay, so this is how they get attention. This is how they think they receive love or something. that it's a way they receive love or attention. Some attention, any attention, is better than no attention. But something about this person's behavior that was not there. I don't know if this is a parent or another kind of family member or an ex. Two of Pentacles. So this card, of course, is about juggling. You know, it could be juggling emotions, juggling people, juggling households, or juggling bills, you know. Let's get another card there. Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles it's like new opportunities, new ideas. It's even maybe a contract, a job offer. I'm going to get another card because I'm not really sure what I'm getting a lot of different things, so Star. Not quite seeing where the injustice is. I can see it like where the the emotion, you know, and not being emotionally available and manipulative. I'm not quite tying these other ones in yet. Now the Star in the reverse is this, it's kind of like this relationship, this person, well, maybe somebody sees that there's no hope with this person or to improve the situation, or that this person always felt like there was no hope, that they had to juggle, I don't know if they were juggling money, that they could, the bills were, but I'm not getting, let me get another card. See, oh, Three of Cups reversed. So this would probably be juggling people, maybe. and Three of Cups reversed is like overindulgence. So maybe it is juggling finances because of the overindulgence. But then I have this new opportunity here, this Page of Pentacles. It's like a new contract, a new opportunity. Please tell me about that. Five of Cups. We have regret. Regret and disappointment, pain. This is the Five of Cups. So this is about regretting the past. I know this person somebody regrets the past and how, and wants to have new opportunities. That's what it seems. I want to do the right thing. Want to make a new offer. Do the right thing. Okay. Interesting. 23 minutes. Inner guidance. Okay. So, here we go. So if you're facing this right now, then this would be definitely a trigger where it'd be easy. I mean, this would be a situation where it's easy to be triggered, you know. So I think we need to go back to the beginning cards where we talk about reciprocity. Is this a situation where there's going to be fairness? Will you be able to move forward with this? I mean, if this is a reconciliation in any way, or reunited with family members, is this going to allow you to keep moving forward with your passion? I mean, is this a new start? Where's that new? Yeah, is this giving you an opportunity to do things a new way, to build your legacy and the truth, you see? And I think we know the answer. the question, what do I do, right? How do I deal with this, right? How do I say no, or what do I say? Because I don't want to be unfair. See, I don't want to be unfair. This is justice reverse. I think every card has multiple layers, I don't want to be unfair, but I wasn't treated right. I was manipulated. I was juggled. Just dropped the deck of cards. I can do a new one. I was juggled, right? I wasn't treated, so what would be fair? What would you tell somebody you love to do? Because it is about getting away from the strife, getting away from the arguments, having peace again, not being manipulated. Because these aren't always yours. These own what's yours, and then decide what to do with the rest. But following your inner guidance is the key. Taking the time to say, well, let me think about it. And it's okay to say to somebody, this is just me though. Well, let me get this straight. You manipulated me and you weren't honest to me before, yet what? Because when you say it out loud, it's completely different than the guilt inside. It's completely different, Alright, so, okay, so we're going to do a couple of Mente cards. So it looks like you have some decisions this week. Which there's always decisions, But following your inner guidance, and let's just expand on that with Art Through the Eye of the Soul Oracle here. I love this card. One of my favorite things. Become your own sovereign. This is your path. Remember, it's building your own life, restarting your own life with your own passion, who you want, and what you want to do. That was weird. Your path. Only you know the right way for you, right? Okay, Libra. Love you guys. Have a good week. Bye-bye.